Fenway Sports Group did put out a statement over the weekend, or late last week, I should say. And there was one line that jumped out, and it's the fourth and final hour, Jones and Mego on WEEI. We greatly admire and respect the Celtics organization, its players, and its amazing fans, but we have no comment on the forthcoming bidding process. So that was Henry late last week. Shaughnessy had a lot of good detail on it, but Wyc was on CNBC earlier today.
These guys.
Was this Squawk Box? What was this?
Oh, my God. They love going on the business channel.
What was this, Closing Bell? What was he on here today? I don't know the program. I'm not familiar enough with CNBC. Bad Money, is that still a thing? Here's what Wyc had to say, and I've not heard all of this yet. I've read some of these comments. I've not heard all of this yet. Here's an exchange on CNBC where we hear from Wyc for the first time about the sale.
I know that many were surprised, if not shocked, to hear the news that you were going to sell your majority stake in the franchise. Can you tell us why you made that decision?
Sure. Well, I want to just clarify. It's not my majority stake. The control of the team is owned by my family. So it's a family that I belong to, and then I have the Celtics family I also belong to. So there's an intersection, and there's an involvement. So the family has been involved. We've been involved 22 years. So there's been discussions and thoughts about estate planning and family planning. And so the plan, the expectation is to sell the team in two parts, 51% going fairly soon, 49% then closing in a second closing. That's the expectation in 2028. I'm planning or expected to stay on until 28, and we're going to hire bankers and advisors, and this is going to be quite a bidding process.
So this was a family decision.
Stop. Quite a bidding process. We're going to hire bankers and whatever else he said there. That doesn't sound like a done deal. That's not a done deal with Pags.
Oh, no.
Like anybody who's hoping for, it's just a back pocket deal. It's already done. Pags has an NDA. The deal's already done. Well, that's done.
Who wants to get in the mix?
'Kay.
That's what he's saying. He's talking to all his rich buddies on CNBC.
So there's a lot there. There's a lot there. And, including his stance on how long he's going to hold on for. He seemed to confirm a lot of what Shaughnessy had over the weekend. Shaughnessy said he emailed the elder Grousbeck, Irv, who put up the initial money for the team. Irv politely said no comment. When I texted with Wyc, Shaughnessy said, "Are you okay if I say your personal stake in the team is less than 2%? He answered, "We hold as a family, all unified. We're a family, and I have a Celtics family," is my comment. Thanks. So that's basically what he said, although he made it clear he is not the majority shareholder.
There is a family I belong to.
Yes, and there's also my Celtics family. Okay, keep going. What else did he say
in
there?
2028. I'm planning or expected to stay on until 28, and we're going to hire bankers and advisors, and this is going to be quite a bidding process.
So this was a family decision. You said in the press release that it was, quote, estate and family planning considerations. Right. Can you elaborate at all on that?
I think that speaks, Scott, that really just says it. It's a family, been in a long time, and loves the Celtics. And at some point after 22 or in even 25, 26 years, you can find somebody else to come in with energy and commitment. We're going to try to find the right buyer.
Okay, we're going to try to find the right buyer.
A little mom and pop business we got over here, the Boston Celtics.
Yeah, now, by the way, number one, it is Closing Bell. I had that somehow. Maybe I saw the clip and that that's the only possible explanation. I don't watch any of these shows.
You record it every day on YouTube TV.
Number two, I didn't realize this. He's on set. So, Wic's there. It's not like he's on the phone. I guess you can hear that in the clip, but
Well, yeah, because he's probably in New York meeting with somebody about a TV show he's planning.
That's a good point. But, I guess my point is, it's not just, hey, Wyc, you're driving around, do you have 5 minutes to call in? It's no. He is showing up on set to do this, and maybe he is already in New York. But, I don't know, the Monday after 4th of July weekend, schlepping around New York, that doesn't sound like an easy thing to do.
I don't think his schlepping and our schlepping is the same.
Fair, but he's making an effort, is my point, to set the record straight or tell his side of the story. There's effort there is my only point.
He's writing the ad for the team.
I didn't realize he was on set. So there you go. There was more to that, but why don't you react, Mego, to what we've heard so far?
Okay, so the first part sounds a little pointed to me. It sounds like he's saying, this is not my thing to sell. It's my family's thing. I've been the face of my family's involvement in this, so I'm the one that's answering to it, but it's a family decision. So don't be mad at me because I said that we were going to be paid in
My dad
parades.
said I can't have the team anymore, guys.
Yeah, don't be calling me out. This is a family decision. It's not
my dad's
my
fault.
share.
It's my dad's fault. I can't
It's
come
not
play.
my share. It's the family share. That's what I hear at first.
I want to play video games. My dad won't let me.
My other major takeaway is this is not just handing it over to
Bingo.
your friend.
Bingo.
This is bring in the money. Who wants to get involved in the Celtics? This is one of the most valuable professional franchises out there. Who's going to get in here?
Okay. And I like your point earlier. Like, hey, all you millionaires and billionaires out there watching Closing Bell.
Right.
By the way, it's going to be quite a bidding process, so get in. Here's a few other comments. There might be a little bit of crossover with the last clip. I'm reading from Brian Robb, Mass Live. Does great work there. Grousbeck addressed the statement that he intends to remain governor of the team until 2028, a two-part sale beginning next year. He said that's how we planned it. I would say that's the expectation going into the process. I would love that to happen, and that's the expectation. We'll see what plays out and go from there. I think some of that was in that clip there. He refused. So, by the way, we'll see. Like, that's not he's staying on as governor. We'll see. Which is, of course, what we said about Cuban earlier today. Cuban's running basketball ops for the Mavs, except he's really not. He doesn't own the Mavs anymore. He's not in charge. So he can be the outward face of it until the Adelson estate disagrees, and then he's going to be overruled because it's not his team. And so Wyc can want to stay on and say he's going to stay on, but even he confirmed there. We'll see what plays out and go from there. We'll see. Grousbeck refused comment on any potential buyers beyond acknowledging that current team owner Steve Paliuca would be involved in the bidding process. Steve has been a terrific lead partner, lead co-owner in many ways, Grousbeck said. He brought in Danny Ainge. So, again, this is something I didn't know until I read Shaughnessy. I didn't realize Pags was behind that. He brought him to the table back in the day when we were looking for a GM. Steve has been great and is a great person, and we welcome him for sure in the bidding process. Oh, that's nice.
Oh, he's invited.
He's allowed to put in a bid. That's cute. Oh, Steve, you want to put in a bid? That's cute. Why don't you put in a bid? Yeah, no, sure. Put in. What are you worth? $5 billion? Sure, go put in a bid. While Larry Ellison with his $200 billion or whatever also bids, and the sovereign wealth fund of the PIF from Saudi Arabia decides to bid. Yeah, good luck with that. No, put in your bid. That's cute, Steve. That's cute. We'll welcome your bid. You're allowed to bid. Go ahead.
I just picture this like the scene in Billy Madison, or no, it's Happy Gilmore when he's selling his grandma's house and it's at auction.
Great sports movie.
Yeah, that's a good one.
And Pags just shows up like with a little card, and he's like, "What's the?" You got the sovereign group over here, and you got some
Bezos over here.
Yeah.
Bezos is just is swimming around in a pool of money, Scrooge McDuck style,
spitting coins out of his mouth.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Paliuca's scraping coins out of a couch cushion, trying to come up with $5 billion to buy the team. Grousbeck failed to directly address the possibility of Red Sox owner John Henry or another Boston-based owner taking control of the franchise. So he was asked about this on CNBC, but maintained the team would be left in good hands upon completion of the sale. I'm not so sure about that, by the way. We haven't even begun the process, so how could you know? We haven't begun the process, but the family has agreed to find a new ownership group coming in that will make everybody proud of the Celtics moving forward. That's like a nice thing to say, but like, how do you know? How do you know? You have no idea. You have no clue whatsoever how that's going to go once you sell it.
You're going to be so proud of the Live Celtics.
That's an impossible thing to know. So, like, Wyc, it's not even your call who's selling the team, okay? It's your dad's call. And if your dad says, I want the most money, then it's not up to you, Wyc. So that's a nice thing to say, but it's not your call. And it sounds like the old man wants money, which is fine. That's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. He wants to sell the team. It's a little disingenuous on Wyc's part. I'm going to be paid in parades and everything else when it's not even up to him. Go to the highest bidder. That's your right. You're allowed to do that. But don't tell me it's going to be quite a bidding process and then say, oh, yeah, but, we'll take care of the Celtics fans moving forward.
It's going to be merit-based.
Like, obviously, fans want to hear that.
Celtics fan gets the team.
You can't guarantee that. You can't. And so that's
it's just going to be a bunch of Genos lined up bidding on the Celtics.
All right, Aztec Gino, what's your bid? All right, fine.
A Stony Greenberg.
All right, fine, Greeny. What's your bid? Put it in. Let's go. Who's the guy from England who yelled at us? So what's that? What's
God.
that? green underpants wearing Celtics fan who like covers the team, quote unquote. Like, what's his name? All right, guy from Britain who like breaks down video. Put in your bid. Fine, go ahead. Balcony Gino, what's the bid? Lucky, they go through the whole thing.
Guy in the hat who points.
If the guy in the smoking jacket, like the brown smoking jacket, wants to buy the Celtics, I'm in. If he wants to buy that, I'm totally in.